Hello and welcome to another episode of the Weik Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Weik. Thank you so much for tuning in. I got an email this morning, and that's what kind of sparked the idea of this podcast. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to quick turn the mic on, and we're going to get through this. And it deals with sleep. We all know how important sleep is. If you're only getting a couple hours of sleep every night, you know that feeling when you wake up in the morning. You're tired, you're groggy, you feel like you got hit by a bus, and it's just not good for your health. I mean, obviously the recommended amount of sleep, it varies from person to person, but what studies have shown is you need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep every night. Now, some people need a little bit more. Some people can go with a little less. It's really personal and individualized for each person. I mean, there's not a set like, oh my gosh, everyone has to have exactly 8 hours and 5 minutes and 37 seconds of quality sleep in order to rest and recover and feel refreshed in the morning. There's nothing like that. I mean, it's kind of like diets. There's not one, diet that fits everybody's needs. It's the same thing with sleep. But there are a certain number of things that you can do to help improve your sleep at night. And all of these things are, under your own control. So obviously you will have some outside factors and influences on, what could potentially be keeping you awake at night. But there are things and steps and strategies that you can put in place to help you have better quality sleep. If you work extremely long hours, if you're working a very physical job, if you are extremely active with your lifestyle, whether it's through workouts or, you like running and walking and jogging and biking and hiking, and those all rhymed and they weren't supposed to, but we'll roll with it. If you like just going out and doing physical activity, maybe you're out in the garden, maybe you're out doing work around the house, you're picking stuff up, you're putting it down, not a Planet Fitness commercial. You're going to need good quality sleep. You're going to be breaking down, you're going to put, micro tears in the muscle fiber itself. You need proper rest to allow that to recuperate, rebuild, and become stronger. It's the same premise of going in and lifting weights. Only lifting weights, generally causes more tears than, just an active lifestyle alone. So, jumping back into sleep, what are a few things that you can do to get better quality sleep? Now, the first thing that you can do is make sure that your room is pitch dark. I'm talking black. Like, you open up your eyes and you're not seeing anything. The best way to do that is there are things, I believe they're called blackout blinds or blackout shades, or maybe they have both of them out. My wife does all of that type of stuff. I just know that they're blackout something. But the key to getting these shades or blinds is it has to fit your window exactly. So that means you're going to have to get out the tape measure. You're going to have to measure the width and the height of your window and ensure that there's no light that can get through, any type of crack. So, if it's 2 inches short at the bottom, it's going to do you no good. You're going to invest all of that money in these great quality, super thick, blade shades and blinds, and light's going to come in anyway. So it'll do you no good whatsoever. So you have to get the correct measurements. And don't just measure it once. That whole thing, measure twice, cut once. My dad, I think he ingrained that in the back of my skull, or somehow actually engraved it in the back of my head, that you should always measure twice and cut once. It helps, minimize the risk or the mistakes that are made. So when you get that tape measure out, measure the height, measure the width. Write it down. Do it a second time and verify that what you actually measured the first time is correct. Then go to any type of like home furnishing or, I don't know what national chains are around anymore. It seems like everything seems to be going out of business. I would say Sears, but They seem to be closing doors like, I don't know, every hour. I'm not sure what else, but look around you. Maybe there's a Bed Bath & Beyond, or, oh man, a Boscov's. Heck, even Walmart will probably have these types of blinds. You just have to, take the measurements in and figure it out yourself. I don't think the people that are going to be at places like Walmart are going to be up on all of the specifics of it. They might have an idea of where you can find something like that, but if you pick it up and say, tell me about this, they're probably not going to be able to tell you. So you might even want to go online and search for yourself and do your homework. Figure out what's going to suit your needs. And you can check out the colors and all of that stuff. And you can probably even look online or just purchase them online if you have all your measurements and everything. And that way you don't even have to go to a store. But personally, with something like that, I like to go to the store and look and see and feel the fabric and look at the colors and stuff like that versus trying to look at color palettes online and you get it and it's not exactly what it looked like on your computer screen. And it never ends up turning out well when you're trying to match certain colors with stuff that you're looking to purchase online. So it might be best just to go to the store, but you can look online and see if there's a location near you that would have something like that, so you're not just running from store to store to store. And the second thing that you can do is keep your room cool. Now, I'm not saying like a freezer or an ice box, but lower the temperature slightly, and you can do this a number of ways. If it's summertime and it's hot outside, maybe it's a matter of just turning the thermostat down a little bit so the AC is pumping a little bit harder just to knock it down a few degrees. You could do something as simple as turning on a fan, whether it's a ceiling fan or just a freestanding fan that you can put at the floor and circulate some air. You can open up your window if it's a spring or fall night and you know that the temperature is going to dip down a little bit compared to the daytime temps. Open that window, open a crack. Now, obviously, if you have the blinds, I'm not sure how much air is actually going to get through and penetrate those blinds, but it should be enough that, it'll seep through somewhere. Or maybe it's a matter of if you have a bathroom connected to your bedroom, then, maybe you leave the bathroom door open and you just simply open up your bathroom window a crack and let the air circulate through the bathroom, and eventually it'll make its way into the bedroom and lower that temperature as well. A third thing, and this is so important because I think it's absolutely absurd what I hear people doing on a nightly basis, and that is turn off your dang electronics. Now, I'm not talking about the television. Like, if you're the type of person that you have to have the television to have background noise, so be it. But, you have to turn off your electronics. And if there's noise that is happening outside, like if you live on like a busy street and you hear traffic all night long, maybe you need to invest in something like a white noise machine. Or, if you sleep on your back and you're not tossing and turning all night, maybe you need to just pop your headphones on and connect it to your phone. That way, if you have an alarm set on your phone, it'll still wake you up in the morning. But have white noise in the background. That will kind of drown out any of that, traffic or honking or, people walking and talking, below your window, whatever the case may be. But electronics in general, if you don't need your phone on, then it should not be on. Either turn it off, turn it on silent. There's nothing in this world that you're going to miss at 2 a.m. that your friends are going to be on, Facebook talking about. There's no reason for you to lay in bed at 2 a.m. and be thumbing through a Facebook or Instagram feed. For what purpose? There's nothing educational there that you're going to learn that is more beneficial than getting good quality sleep. So turn off your electronics. That means iPads, iPhones, Androids, whatever is in your room that's making noises, beeping, dinging, buzzing, whatever, turn it off. Silence it. It shouldn't be bugging you or waking you up from a deep sleep. So just save yourself the hassle, turn it off. The next thing is try and clear your mind. We all live hectic, stressful, congested lifestyles, we try to cram as much into every second of the day that we can. And that causes stress. It's going to happen. I mean, at night, you could be sitting on the couch with your spouse or significant other or kids or whatever, and you just want to unwind. And you need that. So there are different things that you can do to clear your mind. Some people will pick up a book and read. Some people will maybe listen to music. Some people will meditate. Some people might do yoga or Pilates. Maybe they're going to go work out late at night. Now, some people, if you exercise late at night, it doesn't bode well in terms of falling asleep right away. You got your endorphins, flowing. You're getting pretty jacked up. Maybe you took a pre-workout, which that's definitely not going to help you if you're slamming down 200, 400, 600 milligrams of caffeine before your workout, and then 30 minutes when you're done, you're trying to fall asleep. That's not going to work out too well, unless your adrenal glands are so jacked up and messed up that caffeine just doesn't affect you, which if that's the case, then you don't need a pre-workout anyways because you're just wasting your money. But, find something to de-stress, something to clear your mind. Maybe it's just sitting in a quiet room, trying to think about nothing. You don't have to meditate. Maybe you just sit there and close your eyes and just clear your head of anything that went on that day that's going to prevent you from falling asleep. And the last thing, and I kind of just touched on that a little bit, is try and stay away from the caffeine late at night. I mean, if you're the type of person that you enjoy a nice cup of coffee after, dinner, or maybe you read the newspaper at night to catch up on what's going on, in your area and around the world, and, just for entertainment purposes, you read the newspaper and you enjoy a cup of coffee, then so be it. But, I wouldn't try and down a pot of coffee, late at night, because that's not going to be conducive to helping you fall asleep quickly, or even fall asleep at all. And the same thing goes with the pre-workouts. I mentioned people who work out late at night. Some of them have a hard time, a difficult time falling asleep. Some of them it's just because, they're all jacked up from the endorphins of the workout. Some of them, it's just they're pumped up from having a good workout, so that doesn't help them fall asleep. But, like I said before, some people have to have a pre-workout before they actually go to the gym or do a home workout. It doesn't matter. But if you're taking a pre-workout at 8, 9 o'clock and you're trying to go to bed at 11 o'clock, you're probably not going to have the easiest time falling asleep unless you're not very sensitive to caffeine and stimulants. So the best thing to do is just avoid stimulants of any kind late at night. So whether it's a 5-hour energy or a Monster energy drink or a Red Bull or some type of pre-workout powder from one of the supplement brands out, in the industry, just stay away from it if you plan on sleeping within like the next 4 hours of taking any type of stimulant. If you're working out after work, it's 5 o'clock, you're going to get to the gym maybe around 6 o'clock, you're looking to go to bed around 10, 11 o'clock, yeah, you could probably take a pre-workout and you'll be okay. Caffeine, depending on your system, it can be in there, 2 to 4 hours. So, just be mindful of that and how much you're actually taking. If you're taking, a gram of caffeine pre-workout, you're going to be pretty jacked up for a while. And I definitely wouldn't recommend that. That was, an exaggeration, but not so much of an exaggeration because some people are doing that, which is insane to think about. But I would look at those 5 things that I just mentioned to allow you to get better sleep at night. You're going to feel so much better if you can get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. You're going to wake up feeling refreshed. You're going to wake up, feeling ready to tackle the day. You're going to get into the office. You're going to go to school, and you're just going to feel great. And that's really what it's all about. I mean, there's nothing worse than waking up feeling exhausted. Then you have to grab a cup of coffee to try and wake up. And sure, that caffeine, that stimulant might help for a little bit. But then, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you're back down in the dumps. You're like, oh man, I need something. I need more coffee. So you get another coffee. Then you're driving home from work at 6 o'clock. You're trying to make dinner. You're trying to sit down, have a a nice dinner with your family and you're dozing off again. Oh, I need more. Yeah, I'll have another cup of coffee, or maybe I'm gonna have some tea, or I just need that energy drink. I'm gonna grab that white can of Monster, and I'm gonna slam that down just to try and stay awake for the rest of the night and make it through until it's bedtime. And it's cyclical. I mean, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. So if you're getting a good night's sleep and you're refreshed and you're in a good mental state, you're not going to need that stimulant to get you through the day and through the afternoon and into the evening even. Maybe you might need something later in the day, but you're going to be productive, you're going to be thinking clearly, and it's just going to improve your overall life and lifestyle in general. So, look at those 5 things: the blackout blinds or shades, dropping that temperature just slightly at night to help you sleep. It's going to cool your body down. It's going to help you relax. It's going to help you fall into sleep. Turn off your electronics. Get rid of them. If there's a loud noise outside, then maybe invest in something like a white noise machine, or you can just download an app and play it off of your phone. You can put headphones on. You can just play it throughout the entire room. If your significant other, it doesn't bother them. Another thing was that you should clear your mind. Figure out a way to either meditate or sit in a quiet room or do yoga or Pilates or workout or whatever it's going to take to clear your mind and de-stress for the night. And then that last thing was stay away from stimulants, whether it's a pre-workout or coffee. Just stay away from it late at night. It's not going to help you fall asleep by any stretch of the imagination. So utilize those 5 things. You're going to get a restful night's sleep. You need that good quality, deep REM sleep, and that's going to help you. So utilize those 5 things, whether it's 1 of them, 2 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, all of them, it doesn't matter. Take something from there and apply it to your evening routine. If you're not getting a good night's sleep and you can't figure out why, just try something. If it doesn't work, try the next thing. If that doesn't work, try the next thing. Maybe it's going to be a multiple of things. Maybe you need to lower the temperature and you need to black out the room because you're getting too much sunlight. Maybe you have very thin blinds and shades and curtains, and literally the light from the street light outside is shining into your room and it's just illuminating it and you just can't fall asleep. So it could be a number of things that could be causing you not to sleep well. So it's a matter of pinpointing what those things are and utilizing some of the strategies that I mentioned to help you get that good sleep. And that's really all I wanted to talk about in this podcast. I mean, I think it's very important for your overall health and even your fitness level. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to recover well enough that you can get after it the following day in whatever workout you're going to do. I mean, if you know what it's like the day or two after leg day, you're walking funny, you want to recover as fast as possible because your legs do not feel well. Stairs are not your friend. Squatting down to go to the bathroom, to sit on the toilet is not fun. Getting up from that is not fun. So you need to recover, and sleep is where it's at. Obviously, you're breaking down the muscle fibers in the gym, but you're actually bettering yourself and healing, recovering, building, getting stronger outside of the gym. Too many people have this mindset that the gym is where it's at. You need to be in there. You need to be hitting the weights. You need to be going heavy, and that's where you're going to get your gains, bro. And it's not. It's in the rest. So it's super important to get enough sleep. Like I said, I got an email this morning which triggered this specific podcast, and I figured there's a lot of people that, and I wrote about this topic several times, and I still get questions. Sometimes if people email me, I just direct them over to the article just to save me time because I get so many emails. It's very difficult to respond in depth with all of them, especially if it's something that I already wrote about that they could just, click the link and then go read it for themselves, and that answers all of their questions and save me the trouble from kind of typing it all out again and again and again and again. But I hope you guys found this helpful. I try and do this to add value to your lives. And if you have questions, feel free to shoot me an email. If it's something that I can help you with, I definitely will. If I have an article on it, I'll definitely share that with you. That way you can, read the article or articles if I have multiple on it. And, I just want to bring value to your life. I think so many people are out there trying to, spread negativity. And, that's not why I started my business. I'm doing this. I want to help people. And, this podcast, it's just one avenue and one stream that I can get out in front of potentially thousands of people. And I do that, and I love it. And it's the same thing with my content. I love it when I put a piece of content out, whether it goes up on a third-party website. Somebody wanted me to write a topic, and they post it on their site, and I share it on my social. They share it on their social, and it gets thousands and thousands and thousands of views and shares and all that stuff. I love that because it means that people are finding value in the things that I'm doing. And you know what? The day that I no longer enjoy doing this is the day that I'll close up shop. I'll dissolve my business. I don't know what I'll do. But, for the time being, I love writing and talking to you guys, on the podcast. And I appreciate everyone who follows, whether it's you're going to my website and you're checking out the content that's there, you sign up for the newsletter, so you're getting the free newsletter every week to check in to see what's new, what's published, what's out there. If it's intriguing, you click on it, you read it, maybe you share it, you like it on your social media, whatever the case may be. But the interaction with you guys is where it's at. I love it. So if you guys have a question, a comment, a concern, feel free to let me know. Head over to the website. You can contact us from the website or on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Everything is Weik Fitness, Weik Fitness. So I hope you guys got something from this podcast. It stretched out a little longer than I thought it would, but hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Hope you guys have some great plans for the rest of your week and weekend. And if I can ever be of service, reach out. I love to help you guys, whether you're an individual or a business. If you're looking for stuff that fits content needs, that you're like, I just don't have time to do this, that's what I do. I let you focus on your business. I take care of the back end stuff to help draw traffic and SEO and convert sales, all through content and copywriting. So if I can ever help anybody out, or if you know of someone who's like, oh man, I could really use somebody who has these types of services, pass my name along, pass the business along. I would really appreciate it. Word of mouth is huge for me. I don't advertise at all. I don't do Facebook ads. I don't do LinkedIn ads or Google ads or any of that type of stuff. I've never invested in any of it. I've been lucky enough to have people like you who enjoy my work and you enjoy sharing it, and through that word of mouth, it gets out there. I think the stuff that I do in the industry has truly grown, and it's grown my name and my business over the last 15 years that I've been writing in this industry, and I think people appreciate that, and that's why, things are so great, and I appreciate you guys for spreading the word. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day and your weekend, and I'll come up with something, and I'll speak with you next week.